'Twas the Night Before Christmas by Clement Clark Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama, in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the roof there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away from the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening a sack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger beside his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all good night. Good night, all.
The book is called Kissy the Cat and the Night Before Christmas by Nicola Joshua. It was the night before Christmas at the Smith's house. Kissy was playing with a toy mouse. The family was preparing for a grand Christmas day. This one would be special in a very magical way. Mom had finished cooking a Christmas feast. You could smell the homemade rolls made with flour and yeast. The family decorated the tree with care, knowing that Santa was coming and soon would be there. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, everyone sprang from the house to see what was the matter. Up on the roof, what did the family see? Santa Claus helping a wiggly Kissy. She had gotten out of the house and was stuck on the roof. Ho, 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 said Santa as he helped Kissy get unloose. She was tangled in lights from her head to her feet. Santa unwrapped and untangled, and then Kissy was free. And laying a finger aside of his nose, Santa leaped from the roof with Kissy very close. Santa gave Kissy to the girls who looked at him with delight, then said, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Santa flew away on his red sled with reindeer. The family looked on and gave a holiday cheer. Thank you, Kissy, for bringing Santa our way. This has been the best Christmas holiday.
Ho, ho, ho. Santa's going to read a book tonight called Santa's Dog, written by Joanne Skye and illustrated by Ed Kohler. This book is dedicated to Samson, the original Santa's dog. Find a shelter dogs everywhere waiting for their forever homes. The North Pole has a secret. Of wags and licks and barks, Santa has hundreds of dogs that live in one big park. The dogs and reindeer play their games. Some days they race on sleds. Though Santa loved them all the same, one dog slept on his bed. Lance held a very special place in Santa's big, kind heart. The pair had been forever friends and never were apart. Each Christmas Eve, Lance rode the sleigh. "I love my job," he said. One year the winds were way too fierce. Lance fell, paws overhead. He tumbled down a mountainside and landed far away. The town's dog shelter took him in. He had a place to stay. When Santa saw that Lance was safe, he chose to carry on. The night was short, his list so long, he circled back at dawn. When all was done, he went for Lance. The pickup went astray. The shelter doors were all locked up, for it was Christmas Day. He could go in, but that's not right, 'cause Santa gives, not takes. He knew that Lance would understand. It still made his heart ache. Next early morn, a family came to find a special friend. The family soon would need someone on whom they could depend. Their dad was headed far away, a soldier, strong and true. It was a fact, Dad's bags were packed. What would the family do? The soldier looked at Lance and knew this dog would be the one to keep his family safe and sound until his job was done. Lance went along to his new home, worked hard with his new crew. He thought of Santa now and then, and that's all that he could do. Lance fetched the ball for little John while Dad was far away. He acted guard for Mom each night when noises caused dismay. And late at night, when all was calm, he'd check on Sister Shay. Then climb beside her on the bed and chase bad dreams away. The months sped by, the seasons too. Lance kept the family strong. They played, they laughed. Each day that passed, it seemed like Lance belonged. Next Christmas Eve, Lance packed his things and listened for the sleigh. To his surprise, tears filled his eyes. He blinked them all away. When Santa came, Lance jumped for joy, then said to his dear friend, "I'm packed to go, but I don't know if this should be the end." And Santa said, "I saw you here in this fine home with family full of love. Their pain was real, their need was clear. I watched you from above. You've made me proud these last 12 months, helped family fill a hole. But now it's time to stay or go. Look deep within your soul." Lance thought of all the fun he had with Rudolph and the others, but this year held some goodness with the children and their mother. The walls and shelves were covered full of photos through the year. Lance with the boy, the girl, the mom. They loved him, it was clear. Then Santa spoke, "I know you, boy. You want to do what's right. A soldier's job is never done. This won't be Dad's last fight. One day real soon, when Dad comes home from his duties overseas, he still may need some help, you see. Our freedom isn't free. I'd miss you every single day and say a prayer for you, but you've become this family's glue. Dear friend, so strong and true." Lance looked up to the fireplace, 5 stockings in a row. He saw his name, he heard Mom claim, "He's one of us, you know." Lance took a breath, then stood up tall. He knew what he must do. Unpack his dish, his toy, his mat, and tell his friend adieu. Please say goodbye to Mrs. Claus, to Tinsel and the rest. I love you all, but here I'll stay, and I will give my best. I'll wait for you each Christmas Eve beneath the lighted tree. But now I know my place is here with my new family. So Santa gave the greatest gift, his dog. Perhaps it's true that shelter dogs, just like Lance, a special gift to you. The end.